Hey students, welcome to your second installment of the daily repertoire practice on stolen moments. Okay, before you practice this, you guys should have done the rhythmic analysis part 2, which is measures 5 through 8 of the melody on stolen moments, and that rhythmic analysis was also on upbeats. Okay. If you have not done so already, you can look in this assignment's description and find the YouTube video on that rhythmic analysis. Part 2, that's stolen moments. Rhythmic analysis, part 2, stolen moments, quarter notes on the upbeat. Okay, that's the title of it. Okay, and if you have not done so, what you should do is do the rhythmic analysis on measures 5 through 7 of the melody. Just really quick, don't know what that is. It is the line that arrow is pointing at. Right there, see? In other words, it's the third staff down. Okay? So what we're going to do now, if you have done that already, we're going to go through it, and we're going to go measure by measure. We're going to first clap it out to understand it, and then I'm going to play each one for you. Okay? Here is the first measure. Follow along. That's measure 5, the first measure on the third line, measure 5 of the melody. Okay? Remember, the first line of the first staff is the introduction. The second staff is the start of the melody, the first 4 measures. And then the start of the third line of the third staff is measure 5 of the melody. Okay, so we're on measure 5, and we're going to begin. And to break it up, it's going to sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'll do that for you one more time: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, without the count: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Sorry, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So if I put my pitches with it, now, again, because we all have different parts, your pitches might not be the same, but the rhythm is, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's the first measure. I'll do it again: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. I'll do it again: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay? I'll leave a little space before I go on to the next so that you can kind of piece it out. Here is measure 6. Clap and count first: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Remember, those ties on the upbeat of 1 go to 2, and it carries through 2, so that's 1.5 beats. Okay, so that tie comes in on the upbeat of 1 and ties to the quarter note, which takes up all of beat 2, so that's 1.5 beats. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The same rhythmic pattern is on 3 and 4, where you have an eighth note and then another eighth note that's tied to a quarter note. 3 and 4 and. So like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Without the count: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, so I'm going to play it. we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and third time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and alright, so now that I have two measures, the first two measures, and I've practiced through them, I've clapped it, I've analyzed it, I've clapped it, I've matched up the pitches to the rhythm that I've analyzed and clapped, and I can play each measure separately by themselves. I can go back and put them together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. I'll try it again. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay? Now that you have that, you can go on and keep repeating this process. Alright? Now, the rhythm in measure 7. I want you to look at the rhythm in measure 7, and then go back and look at the rhythm, just the rhythm, don't worry about the pitches. The rhythm in measure 7, and then go back and look at the rhythm in measure 5. What do you notice? Look at the note values. Look at the layout. Look at the rest. It's the same thing. Again, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right. So once I have that, I can match up my pitches just like I did in the last two measures. Sorry, I got the wrong part out. That part, that's the measure 7. It's the same rhythm, okay? So once I have that, and I can play all three of those separately, all three of those measures, 5, 6, and 7 separately. I put them all together, just like I did 5 and 6. Alright, and then finally we come to measure 8. Okay, so measure 8, the rhythm is somewhat the same. You have that S6 as measure 6, where you have that eighth note and then another eighth note tied to a quarter note. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. All right, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. All right, and then and then there's a quarter note, so we'll clap it. 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. So it sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. One, two, three. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the whole thing. I'll do it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Alright, so now that I have that, I'm going to play from that last measure I played, but I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning and see what we all have. Here we go. 1 from the intro. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1. Alright, that's the whole thing from what we're up to the point that we're stopping here. Okay? So please, I hope this video was helpful, and please use it to help guide yourself through learning this melody. Okay? Make sure you practice with the metronome. Make sure you have the correct pitches on your part. Okay? If you need help, you can always reach out. Thanks.